You good? You know what
I'm
you're doing?
good. I know
All
what
right.
I'm doing now. Yes, I
All
am.
right.
I'm here. It's not my first rodeo. I was acting like it was. How are you? What are you up to? What are you eating over there?
Well, I got some blueberries or peanut butter jelly.
Oh, you healthy.
Yeah, I got some barbecue chips too, though.
Oh, okay. Are they
And
baked?
no, I'm not too
No,
well
okay.
into it.
Okay. Are you
But
in LA?
yeah, I'm in LA. I'm just working right now. I'm actually working on some music for he's an artist. His name's Michael Wilson, but he's a artist, author, things like that. But I'm working on a track for him right now.
Okay,
And
look at you.
trying.
I'm trying. Yeah. How are you doing in these times, this quarantine times? Do you think is it keeping you creative? Or are you using it to give yourself a break? Because I know you've been going since you've been 17.
Yeah. I have definitely used it to my advantage. I guess I'll just say that. Been making music, as long as just getting things just straight in my life that not that even that they were bent, you know what I'm saying, that I had to, get things together, but just work at a higher frequency and just get the things done that I need to be getting done because we have the time to be getting it done.
Exactly. No
So that's what I'm.
distractions.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, let's take it back. Let's take it back to school. So you grew up in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, a little bit everywhere. Born outside of Pittsburgh, moved to Mississippi for a couple years, then to South Carolina, right out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and then came to LA. So it definitely, everybody thought my dad was like in the military or thought I was like a military
Because
brat
you
or whatever.
moved around. Yeah.
Nah, but it was just,
Why
our
did you guys
family.
move around a lot?
The first two moves were for my dad's job. He's in sales and pharmaceuticals and all that whole area. So
Okay.
being just when they were younger, I was younger. They're just like, as they did for me, helping me move out here. He did the same thing with his career. He's like, yo, I'll move for the job. So
Yeah.
that was kind of that process for us until I came out here in like 08, 09.
Okay. And did you always know that, like, I know you were in acting, you were in Hannah Montana,
Mm-hmm.
you were right. Recently you were in what, 13 Reasons Why?
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever. Never.
Yeah.
I need to get my shit together. Never
Good
have
stuff.
I ever. Something like that. Never have I ever. But yeah. So did you, like, when you were in school? Like, what were you like as a kid? Were you good at school? Were you like the kid that would just zone off? Like,
Yeah.
like what were you like?
I was definitely really good in school. I've always strived to just do things right and the kind of the right way. I love getting good grades. I also just what was smart, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like there was a reason to be slacking off. History class was probably one of the most challenging when I was younger. I remember that just was like my least favorite class. But
I mean, imagine the 2020 kids that are gonna have history and
But yeah, I was always good. I always wanted to make my teachers make sure they loved me and treated me well, and I treated them well. And I never really got into no drama. I never been to detention.
Oh wow, you're
Yeah,
a good
nothing
kid.
like that. Yeah, I left school in mid 7th grade, but I think it's a blessing because I think high school would have been different for me. I think I would have really ran the high school in positive and negative ways. So I didn't need to be in high school.
Oh yeah,
But,
you don't want to be. Yeah.
Yeah, but middle school was cool. I like middle school.
Yeah, middle school for sure. Did you like, were you in choir or something? Were you singing in the bathtub one day and you were like, damn, I could sing? Like, how did that go?
It kind of came out randomly. I came out to LA for dance originally.
Oh,
I
dance,
was
okay.
like the kind of first child dancers out here doing, adult classes and doing videos with Chris Brown and performances with the Jabberwockies, all this type of just on the come up, crazy jobs that I still, reflect on today. But this opportunity for a boy band came up, and it was a huge like nationwide audition.
Mm-hmm.
We had to, sing, dance, and all that. So I never really grew up out the womb singing or wanted to, be on stage singing songs, and but I think to a degree that's helped me navigate through my music career a little bit better.
Yeah.
There may be some who just like were born thinking about being on stage and doing music, and now they hit 22 where I'm at, and they're like, oh, I've been waiting for this for 22 years.
Yeah.
I got into music around 14, 15, so it hasn't even been 10 years for me yet. So I'm not burnt out on it in any way, shape, or form. So.
Oh, that's good. You shouldn't be sorry. I'm like, can people not text me right now? Sorry about that.
Where are you at?
I'm in LA as well. I'm in LA. Yeah. I mean, I was excited that stuff opened back up, and then now we're, back where we started.
Just yesterday or the day before, they reclosed everything again.
Yeah, but that's because we don't listen. You know what I mean? Like if we would have just listened from the beginning.
I've been doing my part. I actually really enjoy I mean, I hate what's going on, but
Of
I
course.
think if we can just get past all this and still just keep some of the like the things we've been doing, like I think we'll just be overall straight. Like I wash my hands now more than ever, and it's just like, oh, it's
Same.
probably be doing that, you know? Like,
And hand sanitizer. Like maybe I should have been like, paying attention
yeah,
to things that I'm touching and then touch my face. You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep.
No,
It's
if
true,
you do make the positive out of it, it could be really good. And then also, I think you're learning yourself more because you're spending more time with yourself.
very much.
So I think that's something that came, like, I got more into like my work when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
At first, like I was, in the beginning, I was drinking, eating,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then like a month later, I was like, okay, this is real.
This is real. Yeah, I can't be vacationing at home.
No, and I had a gut and everything. I was like, girl, you need to start hiking.
Yeah, no, hikes are good. I've done a lot of walking myself. Like I've always done it prior, but
Hmm.
it's like specific places in LA too that I've been going for years that are just kind of they're not necessarily secret spots, but like places that people maybe don't know or just don't want to take the extra 45 minutes to get there or
What's your
whatever.
favorite one? I mean, I'm sure everyone's always like running, but
I love nah.
that's
I go
basic.
to there's a place out towards Malibu. I think it's called like Coral Canyon something Fire Road or something that it's actually
Okay.
called, but I know it to be called the Jim Morrison Cave. Jim Morrison's old like rock star
Hmm.
songwriter. And supposedly he used to go out there to these mountains and like Santa Monica Mountains behind Malibu, go out there, bring his guitar. I mean, he would be out there doing drugs, all this stuff. But whatever. It's just this place, and I've actually posted some pictures, but it's all
Yeah.
like human-made, man-made stuff. They got this whole. People do like rock stacking over there, and you can
Yeah.
bring paint. You can just paint the landscape and stuff like that. So it's a really cool area that I mean, I don't Runyon and Fryman. Those are good for hikes, but
It's like
um,
basic.
yeah, I don't like to be like, okay, let's go on this hike, and I'm not even gonna get my workout in. Like if I go to a place that inspires me to like, okay, let's go jump up that hill, let's run up here, let's go look at this.
Yeah.
I'm working out and doing a lot more physical activity than I'm even focused on. I'm walking
I
on
feel
a
like
hike.
that's where you take your like selfie pictures. Like you're like, hey, here, buy my protein bar. Like
Yeah,
that's what I feel
yeah,
like those
yeah.
are for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But hey, everything for everybody. But
It is, yeah, yeah.
not everything's for everybody, but there is something for everybody.
Yeah, but it's closer to me. Like Runyon, like to go walk there. I'm like, I live on Hollywood and by Hollywood and Vine, so I could just walk to Runyon.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what
close.
I mean? Instead of like taking the trip. But if I really want to be creative and I want to like get my mind right, yeah, I'll
Mhm.
take the 45
That's
minutes.
exactly what I do. It's like it's if I want to do that, that's just like, okay, let me just go outside and walk around my house. But for me to get that extra level of like, okay, let me get a little bit of hike while getting a little bit of relaxation and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
mental stimulation with a little bit of physical activity. Like, yeah, I like to put myself in a scenario, and especially not around a bunch of people
I know,
that
no, that doesn't
not
work
even
out.
with Corona, but even just for hikes. Like I don't know, I just feel like people don't
It
even
doesn't
like.
feel like a hike then. It feels
Yeah,
like,
people don't try to work out. A lot of, especially
yeah.
in LA, people trying to look cute and not sweat and do this. Like, I've been walking with people so many times and they like think it's a problem that they're breathing hard. I'm like, it's all good. Like, we're walking up a hill.
Yeah.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God, I'm so
I'd
tired.
be
Like,
worried if that didn't happen.
exactly. So sometimes you just got to get away from all that.
So, I mean, that's been keeping you busy. And also, like, you came out with a song called We Can Party.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is like, it's cool. We could party from home. So that's been doing really good. Like, tell me about that. Like, how did you come up with that?
We Can Party was it was a real easy process. I was with my boy Max Shepard, who's another producer, and what was special about this song and this track was that it's all analog sounds, all analog instruments. So if you don't
Mhm.
know, so that's why it has that old school type of feel to it. We use like old Prophet 6. We have all MPC drums that we programmed ourselves. What else do we use on there? Moog bass, you know what I'm saying? These are all
Mhm.
like, classic synthesizers and drum
Okay.
pads and all this type of stuff just to give it that's why it has that 90s, 2000s feel to it.
Yeah, it
Um,
does. Yeah.
and me just loving that type of music, me, learning that my family reunion got canceled this year because of Corona, like that type of song is something that we would just be up dancing to and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of hone in on a feeling that I kind of have with me every single day. So that song I can put on at any moment, at any
And
time of
just
the day.
bop to it.
It's gonna hit me in the right place. And it was hard to promote it and do all this stuff, while Corona was going on. I did
Mhm.
shoot like a little at-home music video that just didn't end up getting out, which I know my fans are a little sad about because I had
Yeah.
them do like a fan Zoom. There was like 50 of them in there.
Yeah,
But you know, I mean, timing is everything, so I couldn't be on myself too much about that.
of course.
But it's been doing really well, and I'm just gearing up for the next wave of my music.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, your EP that you had come out, so it did really well as well.
Thank you.
And you said did you write most of your songs? Do you write all your songs?
Yeah, I write all my songs, and oh,
Oh, what
sorry,
happened?
I got a phone call. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. I mean, I
You
was
put
getting text messages.
Yeah,
Okay,
I put do not disturb on. It shouldn't come back.
no
Um,
worries.
yes, when it comes to my music, yeah, I write all my music. I will do some co-writes. I don't think I had any on the last project. I had Jordan Ward feature on Lovey Dovey,
Hmm.
and as well as Mike River on my one song On the Side. So those are like the two features.
Yeah.
Me and Michael wrote. Oh my God, it's actually Michael. It's actually him who's calling me. I don't even know. I thought when you put do not disturb on, it doesn't call you.
That's what I thought too. Or maybe do have him like on your favorites or something because your favorites can still get through.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, because like when you're sleeping at
Okay,
night, you
I'm
have
sorry about
favorites.
that.
No, don't be
Is
sorry. You're
it? I
good.
hope it's not like messing up anything.
No,
I'll leave it.
it's just my face only all of a sudden. That's all it
Got
is.
it. Okay, well
I'll cut
I'll
it. Don't
stay
worry. We
talking
good.
even if that comes
Yeah, you're good.
up.
You're good.
What were you saying? I'm so sorry.
You're good. We were talking about your
Oh
yeah.
yes, writing familiar
Writing,
strangers.
yes, familiar strangers. There you go.
Yeah.
Even I forgot. I was
Um,
like,
I knew it was somewhere around there. But yeah, so yeah, Mike and Jordan Ward would be like the other two writers that I had on my last project, just for their own verses and writing, you know, other parts of the song.
hmm.
Um, and I executive produced that EP as well, which has been something that I didn't even really plan on doing at all.
Hmm.
Um, it just kind of got to the point where I was like, yo, I wanna hear certain things, and I don't want to. I didn't want to have to keep getting a beat from a producer or a beat maker and then try to turn it into my song. You know, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
It's a little hard to bring the full picture of what you're seeing when you didn't create 50% of the song. A lot of people
Exactly.
don't even realize, especially when you do breakdowns, you do splits, and people get paid. Production
Hmm.
is 50% of the song. So it's like without that, you know, that's the base of what you're doing. So I just, you know, took it upon myself to teach myself keys, get Logic, you know, just a couple things, you know, talk to people, and
Yeah.
figure out how to get better at it. And yeah, it turned out freaking great. I'm excited to be working on my next EP. Like literally right now, I know a little bit more about how to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, want to do more because I know how to do what I did before. So I'm always
It's
pushing
more
myself.
exciting, probably. Like you're like, all right, I
Yeah,
could do this. I don't need to reach out to
yeah.
anybody. Like this is my work.
That's how it is. But now that I'm like about to get mixing and mastering, I'm like, oh shit. I wish I maybe did I need some help do this
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. I
like
heard that's the
and
hardest
that's where I'm
part,
at.
isn't it? That's like the most tedious part, right? Mixing and man.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, for me, being on the production side is definitely the most tedious part because, I mean, I'm pretty quick with all the vocals and vocal productions and knowing exactly, you know, what chain I want to put on, stuff like that. But when it comes to the production, I know simple things, you know, boost the track up and do this, but I mean, I'm a better songwriter, vocal producer, and mixer than I am just a beat maker. I know that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, of
So
course.
that's why I'm close with my Mark Parfit, who actually works at Black Star Music over here with Pooh Bear and Harv,
Hmm.
a bunch of people. I'm close with him, and he just, you know, didn't take me under his wing, but I work with him, and I'm able to go there and just chop it up and really explain what I want to hear because I got all the rough mixes on my end.
Yeah,
But you know,
yeah.
you go to a real studio and just, you know, make it really quality.
Of course, of course. But
Mhm.
that's good. At least you take it upon yourself to learn and you're like, you know what, I could use your help. Like, you know, you're not just
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not shy about asking for somebody's help because people know like I don't really ask for help too much. So
Yeah.
also people know like if I ask you for help, you don't have to do that much work. I've already figured it out.
Yeah.
I just need you to,
Make it
you know,
happen.
put the button on it or whatever
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is. So
yeah. No, that's
yeah.
dope. And then with that, with your acting, so Never Have I Ever, how was that? Like, how did you get approached for that? I actually really love that show, especially because I'm Indian and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I could relate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember seeing you on. So how was that?
It was a lot of fun. The call came kind of random actually. So months before I got the call for for Marcus,
Hmm.
I auditioned for Paxton, the lead dude in the show. And that was
Okay.
probably like a month or two prior to me getting the call for Marcus. When I go into an audition, I always forget. Like I literally been doing that since I was a kid. I go into an audition, give my best, and I leave. So if I get the
Hmm.
call, I'm surprised and great. So Then again,
You're
like,
not hard on yourself. You're just like, okay, I did.
oh, I'm very hard on myself.
Oh, you
But
are? Okay.
but what I don't do is like allow other people's decisions about me change my value. At the end of the day, if I don't get that, it just might not have worked out. I don't think because I didn't get every role in my life that I'm a successful actor. Then anybody who's even A-list, you look at Will Smith, they didn't get every job in life. So if you go into it with that mentality, I think you do set yourself up for failure.
100%.
But I just go in there and just do what I had to do, and I left, and then never heard anything back. And about a month later, my acting manager calls me. He's like, "Yo, they want you to play Marcus in the same show." I was like, "Oh shit! Like, no way, that's super dope."
You're like, that's okay.
Yeah, like and that means a lot. That just goes to show that even though I wasn't right for that specific role, that they still wanted me to be a part of the show in some type of way. So still me going in there and not even getting that first original call for Paxton is still a win because I did it. They could have went and called anybody else.
Yeah,
so
you were still on their mind when you left. They're like, you know what, we could use them for something.
Yeah, so it was really great to get that affirmation from them, get the role, and then just start reading the script and really see how it was coming together and how the story, how I even just helped the story. You know what I'm saying? Because the overall, the plot of the show, I really enjoy it. If you've seen it, other people have seen it, but it's just like, first generation American Indian girl who's just going through that with her family, also just being a regular teenager and talking about sex and this and boys. And I like the show because they didn't really hold their tongue. Like they didn't make the kids hold their tongue. They're still
like they weren't trying to play safe. They were like, no.
Yeah, even though it was set in high school, they didn't treat it like they were in elementary school. High school kids are freaking crazy nowadays.
Oh my God.
God. We weren't even scratching the surface on what it might really be like in today's world. But it's just a great show to be a part of. We got confirmed for season 2. Yeah. So I'm waiting to see filming schedule. I know that the script hasn't even been written yet. So I don't really have a lot of info on that, but freaking Netflix is lit.
Hell yeah. Well, Mindy, like, I feel like it's a lot of her personal experiences as well. I feel like that are being incorporated because a lot of the stuff the reason I even have a podcast is the experiences the girl is going through is that what I talk about. Being born here. So when I watched it like on TV, I'm like, all right, like we all went through this shit.
And that's good to hear. Just from, I don't really know too many Indian people in my direct life, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't even got to chop it up or even hear that perspective from anybody that I know that has watched the show, besides Mindy when I'm on set.
We
relate.
Sure
she has to be able to relate. It's the only way, you know.
Only way, 100% we relate. Like all those little details, it's like, damn, we all live the same life. Like, you know what I mean?
That's tight. Well, that's good. I'm glad for all cultures, like every culture's, got their movies or has their shows, you know what I'm saying? But not every culture has the opportunity to be on an outlet like Netflix, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that it was, I'm African American and white, whatever, like Black people, we've got our movies for years, you know what I'm saying? Like we got your movies. Like we know the Black film. So at the end of the day, like it's cool that even though I'm not even a part of that culture, that heritage, you know what I'm saying, that I was a part of it though, to be on Netflix to do something like that, because that should have been the goal since the beginning of time, but that's definitely the goal right now. It's just
it's changing. And and the fact that like it got another season, it's like people like watching, they understand. Yeah. So no, that's dope. I really, really enjoyed that show. Right. But 2019 was your year. You were at the 62nd Grammys for the Nipsey Hussle tribute. How was that? Like, were you a Nipsey fan?
Yeah, I was. I will say, honestly, I listened to his album more. Of course, after he passed, it wasn't long after he dropped Victory Lap that he passed. So it's kind of coinciding, but I'm close with the producers of the album, 1500 and Nothing. So that's really, even beyond him just being who he is and how, what he speaks about. I just love the album off the production because I've got to sit in the rooms with some of those people, some of those Rants and Brody and they call him Champ. I don't even know if he wants to put his name out there. But just certain people, you know what I'm saying, that like I know that we're in that room making that project and making that album, and that I get to be in, and then hearing it, and then to be in the rehearsals with them because they're the band who's doing it as well. It was just not a surreal moment because it's like I can believe that it's real, but it was just sweet. It was just nice. You know what I'm saying? I never met Nip, but you don't even have to meet him to feel what he was about.
Oh, 100%.
So I don't take that lightly. And anybody who was asked and called to do that job it wasn't even like an audition process. It was just a direct call.
Yeah.
And I think it meant a whole lot more because while we were at the Staples Center doing sound check, Kobe died while I was in the
Yeah.
Staples Center. So that
While
was
you were there? Oh man.
we're literally, I was the one who told the rest of the dancers. I think my mom called me, and I'm literally sitting there with like 4 pictures of Kobe around me. She's like, Kobe just died. And I was like, I didn't want to say that too loud. And I was just like,
You're like, you sure?
oh yeah, like it was
Yeah.
great. And we were in the Staples Center. So it was just
Of
it was a
course.
day to remember for
Yeah,
sure.
I bet.
And
Because
there was
that's
just
Kobe's home right there, Staples Center. Like he ran that shit. So being there and then
exactly, like we're here for Nip.
and then
Kobe, like the whole Grammys is going on in Kobe's crib right now. So that's how it was. It was like the whole energy change, especially for our performance though, because we were the tribute. So we, well not we, but the producers last minute, put in a picture of Kobe and all that, and just made it both of them, which just made it double special.
Was it like an emotional performance? You would say, like would you say?
Yeah, I would say it was emotional. I think any performance that is the result of something else has just a little bit different of a weight on it. I would say the most emotional performance I've ever been a part of was freaking Kanye's Sunday service.
I was gonna ask you next about that. I was gonna say, so how was that Coachella? That's huge. That was his first thing, like a Sunday service, and Sunday service is huge. So how did you land that?
Yeah, well, it was actually the same group of people. Fatima Robinson, who is a just legendary creative director, artistic director, video director. I mean, she does everything. Just look her up, and if you, you know what I'm saying, I can't even give you the full schematic of who Fatima is, but she is basically just someone who can rely on me, and she knows that she can. And she called me on a Wednesday at like 3:30, and they had already started rehearsals at 3:00. And she calls me and is like, "Yo, I need you to be at center stage right now." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm dropping my song, Sweet Tea, tomorrow." Is the first song off my EP last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of want to be in LA, to promo it, this and this and this. I was like, I can't. And they was just like, "Yo, like, come on, like, I need you to be here. It's Kanye, bro. We doing." I was like, all right.
You're like, you're right.
So
you're right.
I got to.
Yeah.
So I went to rehearsal. I wasn't even prepared. I thought we were kind of dancing like more, but it was a mix of everything. It's just a big worship service. So even though we were like rehearsing and this and that, we got to our dress rehearsal and Kanye changed it all. So it did.
Of course he did.
But
he's like, you know what? Cut this, and you're like, what?
But it's just it's inspiring to be in a situation like that and just be a part of something bigger. Especially when it has to do with God and 60,000 people that are there, probably all weekend turned up. They're probably still lit from the night before, but they came out, to see Kanye. But at the end
they're
of the day,
still there.
Kanye's allowing God to work through him. So at the end of the day, if people want to go see Kanye, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
And he understands that. So it was great. I definitely was crying. I was crying middle of the phone. I cried like 4 times. But I mean, you just feel like you're in church. I don't know.
Yeah, you feel like it.
I cry in church too. I'm not very shy about.
Yeah. No,
what I need. So, hell yeah.
It's like your connection. You're connecting. So did you have like a lot of encounters with Kanye? Like, when you heard that he was gonna run for president, now he's not. Like, were you surprised? Were you like, were you just? How did you take that?
I didn't really put too much thought to it.
You're like it's.
I can't say that I was surprised. I feel like he's been talking about it for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason it was going to be 2024, not 2020. I think that.
Yeah, I thought he did say 2024, and then he just.
Yeah, that's the one confusing part to me. But I think, and I've been saying, was it right of him to do it? Was it wrong for him to do it? I think maybe intention was right. The game plan was maybe not thought out too much, and I think that's just really what happened with it. I think it will be unfortunate if millions of people go and write his name on a ballot and he's not even a valid candidate that they could have, regardless of whoever you want to vote for, then you could have been voting for another candidate who's actually, able to get into office.
Exactly.
So I think that's why people are thinking he's being a little quote unquote inconsiderate. But also when you're, I don't know, I'm not at that level, but when you're somebody like that, I can assume that you feel like I have the power to change whatever I need to change. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if I'm not on the ballot. I don't care if I'm doing this. I don't care if I'm doing that. I want to do this. So just as much as our president now has done a lot of stuff that we were like, oh, he can't do that. And he's done it.
And he's done it. We didn't even think he could be president. And here he is, right?
Exactly. So I don't know. I feel like, I mean, if it was me and I was Kanye, it makes sense to jump up right now at 2020. All this stuff's going on. But I think it would have been smarter to just wait till 2024.
And had it thought out. And
yeah, because it doesn't matter what you're doing. These politicians got this thing sewed up. You know what I'm saying?
They really do.
They got teams and this and that and watch the climate from the first president till now to understand what they did wrong. It's just, I don't think Kanye's got enough influence like that to just make people come out and say, hey, let's make him the president.
Yeah. I think he realized that, to be honest. I think he was on like a high horse for a second, and then he was like, all right, like, let me just regroup.
You got to. Because that's a whole lot of money too. He didn't campaign, he didn't do nothing. So that's why it's just also like, I don't know.
It was just like kind of one of those where he's like, Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
The fact that he thought that he was gonna maybe get in the race and really win. Hey, I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you actually did that, I can't knock your effort.
No, he's his biggest fan. Kanye loves Kanye, right?
Yeah.
How about working with Cardi B and Offset? How was that?
That was lit.
It seems like it was lit.
Yeah, it was a great performance. Tanisha Scott choreographed that one, and it was a lot of fun. The rehearsals were very relaxed. Actually, no, that's a lie. They were not relaxed. That was honestly one of the hardest jobs on my body that I have had since I was probably like a teenager.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like, because I mean, you're on when you do an award show, all the camera angles don't show all of what's going on at all times. Yeah. That dance was full out pyro, freaking going to the ground like this on your neck and rolling down to the ground. Like, yeah, it was.
Did you hurt yourself in any of the dance moves? Were you like, I need a chiropractor?
I actually was like, I forget. I was like really sick like the last 2 days. We were all tore up. Everybody's bringing the Theraguns, roll balls.
What?
Like, that's how every dance job is. But this one, it was more like, it wasn't, we're just on a break. Let me just stretch out. Like, nah, people were hurt. Not in a bad way. They didn't overwork us. But, when it's good choreo and it's a good show, also LA and the industry just gets lazy nowadays. And I don't really like getting lazy or things like that. So when any type of job I get into, it kind of reminds me of the old flow of the industry where, choreographers are yelling at you and I don't care if you're tired or you're doing this.
Yeah.
I like those rooms to be in.
That's nice. That's nice to know. Yeah. No, I didn't know that I know you guys be doing some crazy moves and stuff, but I didn't know you guys.
It'd be like that. No, yeah. The rehearsals can be like 8-9 hours a day. And you gotta learn this choreo now, and you might not have to do it for 2 days, but you gotta learn it now because it's the only time we got to learn it now. And then go back and do this. And Cardi and Offset are here right now. We got to do the rehearsal. We didn't finish the choreo. It doesn't matter. Just do not drop the chair that she's supposed to sit in. Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, okay. Like, do not drop chair.
Yeah, like it really be like I had to bring out one of the chairs one time. I was like, if I didn't hit my mark, like she wasn't gonna be where she was. And I don't really stress about that though because I trust myself. Yeah. And also I'm an artist. I'm an artist myself, so I also just when it comes to being in those rooms or how to interact, like. I don't want nobody thinking that I'm somebody and get nervous and not put my chair in the right place. Like if you gotta we're on the same level. Do your job and I'm gonna do my job. You know what I'm saying? And I love doing jobs now that I'm an artist, dance jobs as an artist now because I see both sides so clearly at all times during the whole job, whether it's a day or it's a 2-week thing.
Because you've been on both sides of the spectrum now, right?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to me. I feel like I really, really get to treat people how, like, I've just been on a lot of sets. I can't even tell you how many sets I've been on. So there's a certain etiquette, like in any type of profession, that when you have it, it just, comes off nice and you feel better even acting that way. So, yeah.
That's good. Well, I've heard you do everything. So for your future, So what do you have a main focus right now? So you're obviously working on your next album, and then hold on, they're like, you're running out of time. No, we got time. We got 10 minutes. But so like, what are you like your main focus? Do you have like another show coming up? You have your EP coming up? Like, let me know.
Yeah. The main focus right now is my next EP. It's titled Love So Different. This is my biggest focus right now. Like I said, I'm recording it all this month, getting mixed and mastered. I'm trying to have a September release of it.
September, okay.
Yeah, so that's my main goal right now.
Hopefully everything's calm by then.
All right. But yeah, I'm waiting to hear back on season 2 for Never Have I Ever. I'm kind of on hold for that.
Okay.
So really, I haven't really been doing too many acting auditions or things like that. And then just on like the life tip, I'm working on a lot of big things that I don't even know what they're called, named, or anything like that. But I have a lot of aspirations outside of music, just when it comes to people, mental health, spiritual health, a lot of things like that. So I'm just trying to figure out whether I'm gonna write a book or I'm gonna do something like that. I just, like, you know, that's my next like big goal that I don't even know how to formulate it correctly. But it's some sort of like new curriculum of life. You know what I'm saying? That I'm working on. It's
that's
just
good.
almost like in the sense of like what yoga does for people.
Gotcha.
I think yoga is it's a sense of a religion almost. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to create a religion, do anything like that, but just some type of regimen or some type of practice that is similar to a lot of things that we do, but there's always room for more. There's always some people don't want to call it this. Okay, so let's just call it something different. You know what I'm saying?
But it is this, but we'll just name it.
But it's mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yours,
so that's where I'm at with that whole thing. But I need help doing that. That's why I'm really on my fans. When it comes to certain things, I'm just like, yo, like, let's have some real conversations, even with my friends. My
parents, you connect with them. Yeah,
like real, like I try to speak from the deepest part of myself at all times to anybody I speak to, because like that's the only way that I'm gonna be productive. Somebody else can be productive talking about whatever. I don't work like that, and I don't even want to be dealing with that. So I just try to, if I can't get that out of you, well, you're gonna get that from me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And that's helping me formulate whatever I'm trying to write, because I have so much in my head that's not just music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like, yo, I gotta really, this might just help somebody. You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
If you can teach knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that's what I'm trying to realize. It's like,
it's good. You're using your platform for good, because you do have an influence on people, and you have thousands and thousands of followers, millions, billions one day. You know what I mean? Like they're
thank you.
Yeah, no, you have a good influence, and you have a good head on your shoulders. So I like that.
Kind of big. It's kind of big.
It's kind of big. It's okay. I mean, it's a good kind of big.
I always get what is it? I would have to call some of my homies right now. They always get on my neck. They say I have a big neck, or I don't have a neck, or something, and then they say I got the crimson chin.
No.
But besides, okay.
I feel like I have a Jay Leno chin when I think of it. Like I'll be like when I'm in videos, I'll be trying to like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll be like,
I don't even like looking at myself when I'm doing videos. I love everything.
You good? You got the ladies. You good? Speaking of ladies, they probably want to know. I was trying to do my research on you. Are you in a relationship? That's a long. You don't even got to say nothing after that.
No. Okay. No. I'll explain it. It's like it's actually
the entanglement.
No, it's not an entanglement. I mean, it is, but it's not. Nah. This girl I've known this girl named Carly. I've known her since I was 6 years old. And I know I love her. I know I'm gonna be with her. I've been saying it since I was like 10 years old. Like, like, and just
you're such a good boy.
I'm just serious. Like, I was serious. Like, and we've been through some stuff throughout the years. I mean, she lives back on the East Coast still. Like, we would have to travel and see each other. And also, we're just young, getting all that. I've had girlfriends in the past. She's had boyfriends. So that's really my best friend.
It's like little breaks that you guys take. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like a real best friend. A lot of people say that, and a lot of people like this. This woman holds me to my highest standard. You know what I'm saying? While letting me make my mistakes, which is like, what else could you ask for?
It's learning.
Yeah, I'm definitely invested in something. I'll put it like that. But
I call it situationships. It's a situation.
Nah, but I feel like that's an undermine. Like if she would hear this, she'd be like, "This ain't no situation." Like, so she might be like, "Nah," but like I said, it's something that this may be part of my new curriculum. Like, what do you call that? You know what I'm saying? This is it's a soulmate, but it's just like, I mean, I guess that really is who that is, because I with any woman that I've ever been involved with, I let them know from the jump, like, I be on my own wave, and like, if the love you're getting from me is enough for you, don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? It's literally, if you think, because I put a lot of effort in a lot of places. So if I'm, out of all my energy that I got,
Yeah.
Let's say 25. I'll give you 100% of my energy when I'm with you. But let's just say in the full schematic, 25 goes to my girl. She can't be trying to worry about where my other 75 is going. I'm not cheating. I'm not doing anything like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she can't be mad about that. And that's what she understands. And what I understand with somebody's like, I actually don't want you to be all on me because I've had that in my life. I've had women who just want to do too much for me. And being 16, 17, 18 years old, I'm going to let you buy me things and buy me
of
stuff.
course. You're like, okay, I didn't ask you, but all right.
Exactly.
But then don't expect anything from me because I didn't tell you to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you. I've been in these predicaments. I've actually learned to stop. I've learned to just be happy with what's going on and then just flow with it. You know, because us as women, we set too many expectations. Like, I'll be honest, like, why didn't you ask me when I got out of the hospital? You're like, well, mentally, I care about you. I thought that's it, you know? So I get it. We do too much sometimes, but that's good.
Hey, it's okay. I can handle it. Like, I've been around women my whole life. I've been in dance. My mom is great. Like, honestly, like, women are freaking so much more extraordinary than men. And that's why I love y'all so much. It's because like y'all are capable of way more things than we are actually capable of. And I can't do everything I need to do in this world without women. So
I love that.
Not about me, but you need women. Like,
you do. Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell you. That's who run the world, girls. Well, they're a smart man. There you go, guys. See, that's why you a ladies man. Well, before I let you go, what is a dream collab that you want to do? Or are you working with somebody that you've always wanted to work with for your next album coming up? Or is it a surprise?
I am not working with anybody that I've been say I've wanted to work for the longest time on this EP. A dream collaboration for me would be Jill Scott, because it's my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah, I love Jill Scott.
Jill Scott. I would love to work with Pharrell. I feel like Pharrell would be a really dope producer to work with. Who else? Ariana Grande. If I had a record for Ariana Grande,
y'all would be so cute. Oh, y'all be so cute. Yeah,
it would go up. It would go up.
Well, we're gonna put it in the air. I see it happening. I think I see it happening. Y'all be so cute. I see that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Jill Scott's gonna happen too. Okay, all of it's gonna happen. We're gonna manifest it. But no, I can see that. We're gonna manifest. But can you plug in your socials for me, for everyone, before we go?
Yes, my @ is my name, Dana VAUGHNS. No, I'm not Vince Vaughn. There is an S on the end. And I love that. I act, and
he does it all.
Yeah, be great.
No, you're great. It was a pleasure speaking to you. You're so genuine and sweet. I was already talking to David out, and he was like, "You're gonna watch. He's young, but you're gonna feel his energy." And I felt your energy. So thank you. I appreciate that. Of course. And I wish you best of luck in the future. And we're gonna message Ariana Grande right now. We're gonna be like, "Yo, Ariana, we're gonna go for it." Okay, all the fans, message Ariana, Jill Scott, Pharrell. That's what we're doing. But thank you so much. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing more of you. Hey, thank you so much again. Okay, no problem. Bye. Peace.